Is that among your predictions for 2024 as we wind down here? Among your things that you expect to happen this year? That Roman wins at WrestleMania?
That Cody loses again? I mean,
I think Cody
it's
wins.
Bold. I really don't think it's bold. I think there's a chance it can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like you said, it's time to move on. Roman loses the belt. SmackDown finally gets a champion, and it's whatever. But the more I wait, the more I just feel like he's not gonna. I don't know. I think if I was going to make a prediction, I would say Cody is going to win, but I just have like a gut feeling that Roman's going to retain, unfortunately. I don't know. I really don't. It's tough. It's more that's like literally the boldest prediction because I feel like it could go both ways.
Yeah. Is that your biggest bold prediction for 2024? Anything else you expect to happen? Drew or Rollins leaving or something like that happening?
I mean, like I said, I think that's like the boldest one because I feel like either of them could literally win at this point. I feel like you said, the thing is, you just said it and said that Cody would win the second time wouldn't be as big, but I feel like there's a good chance Roman could retain, so it might actually be like a big pop if Cody does beat him here. I'm trying to think.
I'll give you a bold prediction. I think Drew, I don't think this is definite. I'm not like heart set on this, but I think his contract comes due. He doesn't re-sign. People expect him to go back to WWE, and he shows up at All In instead and signs with AEW. That's my prediction. That's my boldest prediction for 2024.
That's pretty bold. Jeez, that's a bold prediction. Shit. I feel like this. I'm trying to think something that's like big.
I feel like. Oh, go ahead. But I was gonna say, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that you expect to lose their titles at Mania. You know, Gunther, Rhea, Roman. One of them is not gonna. I feel like they're not gonna do all of those title changes. One of them's probably gonna retain.
Yeah, I feel like it could be Rhea.
But I could see Rhea beating Becky. I definitely could.
I don't know how bold this is, but I'll say like Stratton gets called up and wins one of the main titles in 24.
Okay. That's a good prediction.
I have a feeling.
I think. Who do you think who gets called up this year? I mean, I think Breaker. I mean, unless he's gonna be in there for the NXT retirement tour. I don't know, but I feel like he gets called up this year. Carmelo. I'm not gonna say Trick. I think Trick could, but I feel like they're gonna probably want to give him a title win first. I don't know about Ilya. I don't know where he stands, but I think Carmelo, Breaker, definitely Stratton, Roxanne. For tag teams, who do they even have? Now, don't say OTM. Man. I don't know if Chase Hughes ever getting the call up. I don't really care either way, but I don't know if they'll ever get the call up. Who do they even have for tag teams? Like, Tony D'Angelo, I feel like he has to get called up this year. It's been way too long. Any other call-up predictions aside the ones I mentioned?
No, I think you pretty much hit them. I mean, I think there's a chance maybe Lyra. I feel like it's not. I think Roxanne and Stratton are more important right now. I feel like Lyra still can stay down NXT a little bit longer. I mean, with Perez and Breaker specifically, I think Stratton's starting to get there. They're just like literally starting to spin wheels. I mean, they're on TV every week, but they're not doing anything of like great note. I mean, Roxanne's seemingly turning heel, so maybe they're trying to see what that looks like. But the other two, Breaker and Stratton specifically, like they're just ready to get called up. Like there's nothing else for them to do at this point.
Yeah, I could see them. I could see Blair Davenport as well. Cora Jade maybe. But I feel like she'll get a run with the belt first. So Blair Davenport probably. To do nothing, most likely. But I could see her getting called up. Jade will probably be on the main roster at some point this year, I would have to think. I think she'll be in the Women's Rumble. I think Ken Shamrock... Who do you think's
winning the Rumbles?
I think Punk wins the men's, and I think Bayley wins the women's. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of both of them, but I just think that makes the most sense. I think Rhodes gets his title shot another way, if not by winning the Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I guess we're both agreeing on that.
Okay. I mean, those aren't bold, but I feel like that would make the most sense. I will say this, though. You want a bold prediction? I think Punk goes to Mania and loses. I think Rollins retains and Punk goes heel after that. That's my prediction.
And then we get like Summer Punk and him and Rollins are at SummerSlam?
They're doing Rollins and Punk at Mania, I think. They'll probably do the rematch before then. I don't know if they feud all the way to SummerSlam. I mean, you could easily say Roman and Punk at SummerSlam. I just don't know where that would really fit in. I feel like if Roman loses at Mania, and that's my prediction, I think Roman will go away for until SummerSlam. I don't think he has to show up before then. I think he could disappear till SummerSlam, and maybe he comes back as a babyface.
Do you think at SummerSlam he'd face Cody again?
I could see that. I don't think he would. I know people said, what about Randy Orton? Maybe. I think Cody Rhodes becomes champion, and his first real challenger is a heel Kevin Owens for drafting him off the show. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. I could see that. I'm trying to think of who else. Do you see anyone like winning I mean, Roman's been champion for God knows how fucking long now, so it's kind of held that title hostage. Rollins has been champion for a long time. Do you see anyone winning their first world title in 2024 beyond maybe Cody Rhodes? Like, I'm thinking maybe like a Sami Zayn or something like that. I'm thinking Sami Zayn. I don't know if LA Knight wins a world title this year. I don't think he will, but I do think he wins the U.S. title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Anyone else? I don't know. Like I said, I feel like they have their strangleholds on the belts. I feel like Gunther could hold it for a while.
Oh, Gunther too. Yeah, definitely.
I think he could wear the world championship.
He could win it in Berlin.
He could win it in Berlin.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Trying to think who else. I mean, usually Chad Gable. I think Jey Uso should win the Intercontinental belt.
That's a good prediction.
That's just a mark pick, but
better than Jimmy and Jay.
Jimmy needs to figure out what the fuck he's doing in his career. Jimmy and Jay at this point is literally the unsexiest match in WrestleMania. I don't know how you make it sexier. I feel like the story should be there. Like, it's there, but then they just never followed up on it. And then Jimmy is just such a stooge at this point. I'd rather see Jay and Solo at this point. If we're gonna get any kind of him versus family, because Jimmy is just. I mean, I assume we'll get something at the Rumble that'll probably kind of reheat it up again. But last time we saw them interacting, Jay kicked Roman and Jimmy in the face, and Solo, and we haven't seen them interact since. So who knows?
Well, I mean, he did. Well, no, he did cost them the tag titles. They did interact a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they did interact a few times. But listen, if you open up your freezer right now, you'll see Jey Uso sitting there on the top shelf. I mean, he's fucking cold as ice right now.
Jimmy Uso, you meant
Jimmy Uso. I'm sorry, not Jay. I apologize. Jimmy Uso. And I think the guy's entertaining. We were at SmackDown. He was very funny, sitting in front of us, fucking selling whatever happened. But he's not a threat. Jey Uso is over like Rover. Jimmy on his own, you take him away from the bloodline, he is not over. He is not over at all. So they got to figure what the fuck's going on there. I don't know what's going on there, but they got to figure it out. It's other talent, I would have never thought Edge would have left AEW. So I mean that was pretty shocking. I mean, I still think AJ Styles getting one more run outside of WWE would be cool. It sounds like he's in WWE for life, but they've just done nothing with him really in recent years. So I would like to see him leave. I don't think he will. But, I could see Ricky Starks coming to WWE this year if his contract allows for it. Malachi Black come on home. Keith Lee, I don't know what his deal looks like, but he's another one I could see leaving. I think Swerve wins the AEW World Championship this year. I think he fucking has to. If he doesn't, that's egregious. That's booking malpractice, but not exactly bold, but those are some things I could see happening this year.
No, I think you hit them all well. I don't think anyone else, I think Becky and Seth stay.
Yeah.
Keith Lee should definitely leave, Jesus Christ.
If he can, yeah.
Wardlow, same thing.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, no one else on the top of my head pops off.
Again, another bold one. Jade Cargill leaving. Who would have ever thought, one, her deal was up, and two, that she would leave for WWE because she had everything going for her. So even if someone's we're going off of people that have had underwhelming runs recently in AEW, but we're not even thinking about the people that are doing well that could still leave at the top of their momentum, so to speak. We're not thinking about the Jades or the Britt Bakers. I mean, I don't think Britt leaves, but. You never know. You honestly never know. The last couple of months have been crazy, so Andrade was a shoo-in. I mean, that was bound to happen at some point, but I don't know. Ricky Starks is tag team champion. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to leave at some point. I would keep an eye out for him and other people of that ilk. And same thing from WWE. Someone that's at the top of their game right now could very well go to AEW. I mean, Edge, again, he's not any of those people, but, I thought he would end his career in WWE, and he's back in AEW, so you never know what might happen. But we'll revisit this in a year, Mr. Marceau, and we'll see how we got every single prediction wrong, I'm sure. I don't have a great batting average with this stuff, so we'll revisit it on the first show of 2025.